Morning. As you now know, you are all paratroopers in the 101st Airborne. What you may not know is that you are assigned to Company E of the 506 Parachute Infantry Regiment, assigned to the 2nd Battalion of the 101st Airborne. Historical setting, this is the morning of June 5th. You've been in a marshalling area for approximately 5 days. A marshalling area is an airfield in South England, a pottery, where as far as your eye could see, there's nothing but fencing and barbed wire. You were trucked into the marshalling area because now for the first time, you were given operational orders and execution of your first combat mission. And that is Operation Overlord, the D-Day invasion of Europe. On a personal note, most of you have been training well over 2 years. The 506 was one of the first experimental, all-volunteer parachute infantry regiments. It was born in Toccoa, Georgia. A lot of the men trained together. Oh, and I should make a side note. When you volunteered to be in the Airborne, if you did not live up to the standards that the officers and the regimental command set, both physically, emotionally, mentally, psychologically, you were kicked out of the Airborne. I mean, literally, your duffel bag was packed and put at the post gate. These were the best of the best. So most of you trained over 2 years. You started your training in Toccoa, Georgia. You went down to Benning and you did your jumps, and you did your qualifying. You made your way to Carolinas on marches and bivouacs, and around September 43, we all took the steamliner, the SS Samaria, right over to where you've been billeted for the last 8 months. And that was in the outskirts of a horse farm called Airborne. What we're going to do right now is review your operational orders, right down from the regimental or the divisional, the regimental, right down to the company. General Taylor, who is the divisional commander of the 101st, has requested that airborne paratroopers give him 3 days of hard fighting and continuous fighting before relief. The high view overview of the airborne is to secure initial objectives, prevent German counterattacks from pushing us off ground we've taken, hold all positions until the 4th Infantry Division personnel have relieved us. And remember, the infantry has the hardest job in the Army. When you pull your trigger, don't think about the life you're taking, thinking about American lives that you will be saving. So as the week progressed of May 30th, 31st to the time that we're here on June 5th, what we went over now is we recognized that there were going to be German forces that had been embedded in France, in occupational France, by Nazi Germany for over 4 years. They have poured tons of metric tons of concrete. They have built batteries, artillery. They have machine gun outposts. They have taken bridges. They have taken roads. They have taken cities and towns and strategic crossroads and embedded themselves in it. The situation we're expecting is at least 4 German regiments in our area on the Normandy Peninsula. We're looking at the 6th Parachute Regiment, the 919th Grenadier Regiment, the 90th Artillery Regiment, and anti-aircraft batteries throughout the entire drop zone area. The terrain, there will be defensive flooding by the Germans. There are a lot of rivers in our drop zones, and we expect the Germans to flood out these low-lying areas and release water through the locks into the system, into the terrain. Now, on the other hand, we also have a seaborne invasion. Beachheads, Utah and Omaha. Utah is an American beachhead that will be landed by the 4th Infantry Division. Omaha, beachhead, American beachhead number 2, the 1st and 29th Infantry, supported by the 2nd Ranger and 5th Ranger battalions. This represents 150,000 men that will be landing on the morning of June 6th. There are 3 other beachheads that are going to be attacked by our British and Canadian cousins Gold, Juno, and Sword, with the 6th British Parachute Division landing on the most eastern flank of Sword to start taking strategic bridges, specifically Pegasus Bridge. The airborne objective, which we have our brothers of the 82nd Airborne, their objective is to take and hold the city of Saint-Marguerite and all its strategic crossroads. The 101st Airborne will be taking the eastern flank of Utah Beach and taking the town of Carentan, which is another strategic town with roads crossing through it. Now, about an hour before we start departing tonight, at around 2300 hours, divisional pathfinders will be going in and landing in our drop zone areas, and they'll be lighting up the drop zones with halogen torches. This is to guide the C-47 pilots. It's going to take approximately 2 hours for us to get off the ground by the time we get into V formations and fly over the channel. The strategic mission of the 101st Airborne is to hold the western flank of all beachheads and start taking crossways, exits 1, 2, 3, and 4. Also to capture the town of Carentan, which I pointed out over here, which is here on the bigger map. And then Easy Company specifically is going to be taking out an artillery garrison in Saint-Marie-de-Mar. On an operational note, there were a lot of final deployment orders that were given out, and some of them were like this. Specific first aid kits were given out to paratroopers. It became known as the paratrooper first aid kit, not a standard Carlisle pack. Why? Because there was a statistical analysis done that 50% of all paratroopers, and there's 13,000 of them, would be over 50% KIA. So the airborne paratrooper was given a special kit, and in it was the first time an infantryman was given a tourniquet. He was given a morphine syringe and a sulfur pack. They were ordered specifically that during combat or in the drop zone, if anybody got hit in the drop zone, you needed to just move out of the drop zone and out into the assembly area immediately, and there was no firing in the assembly area. But during battle, you would have taken, if your buddy got hit, you would have taken his first aid kit, used the context, and if you did inject him with morphine, you would have put an M in blood or mud on his forehead and pin the syringe to his collar. So when the medics caught up, they would know that he had been administered the morphine and the painkiller. Another thing that I mentioned as far as taking the C-47 transport carrier from England over the channel and dropping us into the drop zones is that every paratrooper was ordered to take motion sickness pills. Yes, it was known as Dramamine back then also. They had to take 2 on the ground and another 2 an hour in flight. The next pattern of orders that were given was for the first time, paratroopers were being issued orders. Every paratrooper got a Hawkins Mine anti-tank grenade, 2 fragment grenades, and every squad leader and assistant squad leader was given a set of smokes, both red and white, to mark drop zones and other strategic markings. In addition to paratroopers landing on the ground, there was also drop containers or resupply containers that were hitting the ground. The drop containers were color-coded red, yellow, and blue. Red was for medical, blue was rations, and yellow was ordnance. So your orders were, if you had a drop container that landed near you yellow, you cracked open the container and you got as much ammo as you can. We really didn't know when we were going to be resupplied. Another thing that was issued to American paratroopers was, as they coined it, the famous British leg bag. The leg bag was assigned to paratroopers that were on what we call crew served weapons. Crew served weapons would be a 30 caliber machine gun squad, a mortar squad, a bazooka team, radio ops. So they started popping or filling their leg bags. Unfortunately, what they were not told was how to properly attach this, strap it to their leg, and used the rope technique and attach it to them. So a lot of the paratroopers were loading about 60 to 80 pounds of gear in this, and they were tossing it out in front of them when it's supposed to be attached to them. And because of the speed of the C-47 and the low altitude, the rope was only 30-pound test weight. The ropes were literally snapping. Bill Garnier, who I had the honor to meet 21 years ago, told me one of his biggest fears as he was walking through the Normandy Peninsula was hearing these loud thumps. And it turned out that those loud thumps were these leg bags that were hitting the ground. Not only did they hit the ground, but sometimes they hit other paratroopers. And guys were either fatally injured or very injured. So, as I mentioned, or I'm about to mention, on the Normandy Peninsula, when you stuck out your hand, arm's length, you could barely see it. That's how dark it is in France in 1944. So with that said, we had coordination or challenge techniques to identify fellow paratroopers. One of them was the cricket that they were offered, or that they were issued, right? Ready? And the challenge was 1 click to be followed by 2 clicks. Again, that was 1 click to be followed by 2 clicks. The other was a voice challenge. If I yell flash, he yelled thunder. I yell flash, thunder. You thunder, right. You don't get the 2 clicks, you don't get the voice challenge on thunder, you hit the deck, because I guarantee the man on the other side of the hedgerow will be wearing a German uniform, so you go out shooting. Another thing that all paratroopers were issued was invasion money. Remember I said the Germans had been there for 4 years, but there were other forces there that were Allied friendly, the French resistance for one. So all paratroopers were issued invasion money. The idea of invasion money was if they landed in a spot that they did not know where they were and they met locals, they can negotiate with the locals to give them landmarks or sightings or where they were. They can harbor them for defense, right? Or aid if they're medical aid. Or where are German positions, right? One of the things that I heard as being a living historian was that the U.S. paratroopers were such a fine-tuned machine. And when they started hitting the Normandy Peninsula, they had no idea where they were, because you all know through listening in history that there was a tremendous amount of misdrops. So the U.S. paratroopers, especially the NCOs and the junior officers, they had no idea where they were, but they knew exactly what to do. The Germans, on the other hand, they knew exactly where they were, but they had no idea what was going on. So the valor of the paratrooper is legendary, because then as officers started hitting the ground, they would just start making mixed density units. It didn't matter what regiment you were in. It didn't matter if you were in the 82nd Airborne. So you could have a mixed density unit of guys from the 501st, the 2nd, the 82nd Airborne, and they would just go off and go, depending on where they were on their terrain and looking at their maps, right? They would go off and start carrying out their objectives. They were highly trained. The last thing that all airborne paratroopers did was made sure that they signed their GI life insurance policy. It was a $10,000 death benefit. They were encouraged to go to the quartermaster and sign that, because they wanted the opportunity to have their folks to get that $10,000. Again, 50% KII rate. Any questions? As somebody that I had the pleasure of meeting in the U.S. Army currently, as a paratrooper commander, he wished his paratroopers 3 things: a safe exit out of the plane, a fully deployed canopy, and a soft landing. And we will see each other in the assembly area. Sergeant Legilia, take control of your stick and you can go through the routine.
Everybody stand up, let's go. We're gonna head out this way around the flag and to the exit.
Other folks help out with the routine, make sure everybody's...
Let's go, everybody get in line. Let's go, right here, let's go. Step up, step up. Follow me.
Come here. Ready? On those steps. You want to move out? Move out. Talking about, right? Taking pictures. Now you're doing a little Hollywood before I go take out the pictures. Time for a photo
Let's go, everybody over here, feet on the line. Facing me.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of opportunities.
Rolling right there. Okay, we are going to go through the jump sequence when we get on the aircraft. It's very loud up in the aircraft, so we're going to be using hand signals. All right, I'm going to explain everything to you. We are going to do 2 simulations of jumps. The first jump will be in the air, will be a simulation. The second time, okay, we will actually be exiting the aircraft on the ground. You have a hook in your pocket. Okay. We are going to hook up that hook on the second simulation. First time, when you go up and we're in the air, you're going to go like this and pretend you're hooking up your hook. Okay? The second time, we're going to hook it up, and then when you actually come out of the aircraft and exit the aircraft, the panel on your back will pull off as you leave. Okay? So, first thing we're going to do is assign numbers. Okay? I am the jump master. I am number 1. Okay? You are number 3, 6, 7,
8, 9, 10.
11. Okay, let's do that again. 1, 2, louder. 3,
4,
5, 6, 7,
8, 9, 10.
11.
Very good. Okay. Hand signals on the plane. Okay. You will be seated on the starboard side of the aircraft, okay, facing the front. Okay. It's going to be a little bit of reverse right now, but we're going to run through this. Okay. So right now you are sitting down. Okay. You will have your seatbelt fastened. They will signal to turn fasten seatbelt sign off. I will get up. I will go to the end of the aircraft, and then we will do commands and signals. The first signal, okay, is going to be get ready. All right. When I say get ready, you take your seatbelt off and you scoot yourself to the side of the bench that you're sitting on. Okay. And then I'm going to say stand up. All right. When you stand up, you're going to stand up, face the rear of the aircraft with your left shoulder under the static cable, which runs down the center of the aircraft. Facing me, I will be in the back, like this, and you will face me. Okay? So it's going to be get ready, okay? Stand up, and then it's going to be, you're going to come out. When I say hook up, you're actually going to step out, and you're going to hook yourself up, only on the second time. Okay? And then we're going to be doing commands to get ready and make sure our equipment is good. Okay? Now, it's going to be very loud, so you need to be very loud on the aircraft. Right? So what I'm going to say is equipment check, like this. And you're going to check your equipment and the paratrooper in front of you. All right? And then we're going to do sound off for equipment check. Sound off for equipment check is where you yell your number and say that you are okay. Why are we doing that? Okay, as we're flying, right? And we're on Normandy, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and the plane is going like this, and we're being shot at. The trooper behind you may be hit. He may have fallen down. We want everybody up and standing in the stick before we depart the aircraft. Okay? So we're going to run through that sequence. You ready to go? All right.
Okay, so when the jump master, when Sergeant Legilia goes to the end of the plane, right, you as number 2, you have to come to him, right? So you'll be about a good 6 feet away when you get up out of your seat. So you're going to come down there, and everybody follow number 2, and keep your left shoulder underneath the cable, okay? When we do it now and on the plane, when we tell you to hook up, you're just going to mock hook up. You're not going to touch your static line that's tucked in your jacket right now. You're just going to make believe you're hooking up, and you bring both hands down. One last thing I'm going to reinforce is this. When he yells sound off for equipment check, you yell your number. Once you yell your number, then you tap the person in front of you. The person, so number 11, he yells his number, then taps number 10. Number 10 doesn't yell until she feels the tap. Number 9 doesn't yell until number 10 says 10 okay and taps the person in front of her, okay? If you don't hear the number behind you and you don't feel a tap, you're not okay to yell. That's what Sergeant's alluding to. You had Dramamine in you. You've been in flight for 2 hours. You are loopy. You've been up for 36 straight hours. Trust me on that, okay? 36 hours thinking about that. And you are nervous as hell. You've never been in combat before. First live combat mission. And anti-aircraft is going through the plane now. You just don't know, all right? So I just want you to feel that, all right? Go ahead.
Okay, everybody facing me? You're seated on the aircraft. At the end of the aircraft, I'm going to say, get ready! Don't turn yet. You're going to scoot out to the side, right? I'm going to say, stand up! Scoot out, come to the middle, turn towards me.
You can just
Step
stay on
one,
the yellow
step out,
line.
and turn towards me.
Keep your right foot on the yellow line.
Hook up! Simulate your hook.
Your left hand.
Left
your
hand. Static line will be over your left shoulder. Okay? Equipment check!
After you hook up, drop your arms. All right? Because it's hooked. Okay?
Equipment check! Check your equipment and the equipment of the paratrooper in front of you. Sound off for equipment check!
11 okay.
10 okay. 9 okay. 8 okay.
7 okay.
Oh! Yell it and tap. And you don't yell your number until you feel the tap. Start right with you.
8 okay.
7 okay. 6 okay. 5 okay.
4 okay.
3 okay. 2 okay.
1 okay!
You're actually going to tap him. You're going to go so close to him that you're going to be within a half a arm's length, okay? So you are tapping him too. He needs to know you're okay.
We're going to do one more time, then we're going to board the aircraft. Let's go. Facing me, turn around. Get ready! Stand up! Stand up, turn towards me. Hook up!
Drop your arms.
Equipment check! Sound off for equipment check!
11 okay.
10 okay. 9 okay. 8 okay.
7 okay. 6 okay. 5 okay.
4 okay.
3 okay. 2 okay.
1 okay!
That was A-okay. Now, a fun fact. Do you know why you're putting your left shoulder underneath the cable and hooking it up and not your right shoulder?
And your left shoulder has cable.
That's good, but if you use the right-hand side, I guarantee you, when you go out the door, you'll snap your neck. Left side hook up, depart with the cable behind you. Okay? And gravity will do the rest. Sergeant,
Okay.
in your good hands.
Trooper, you're on first. Let's go this way.
You going in? Yeah, let's go. Let's go. I didn't want to mess up the video.
Let's go. minutes, they'll come in and they'll taxi and then point their nose south.
Heading out to Fire Island. It's gonna be over there. Yeah, it's gonna be way over there.
Equipment check! Sound off for equipment check! Loaded okay! One okay! Follow me! It'll come off when you come out. Step right out. Pull off. Come on out. Come on out.
Shot out here.
Come on out. Okay, we can do some pictures right here in front. Okay. We'll also do a little bit of debriefing if you want to hang out a few minutes after. Talk a little bit about kind of order of battle and what occurred after they got off the plane. All right. A good place to take pictures. We can pull out the cameras and take some pictures. It's always great to take it in front of the star. Okay, if you guys want us to be in it, fine. If you don't want us to be in it, that's fine too. Let us know what you want to do. Okay, now you step up. Come on, hand your camera to somebody else and we can do that. Let's go, troopers. Come on in here. Help us out. Let's go. You want us in?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
You're welcome.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right.
Thank you.
And ready? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere yet. We're gonna still gotta do a debrief, and we gotta talk about if you lived or not from the jump.
How many men we lost?
All right. All right. So everybody on the line right here. Hell, heels, pocket. You can pull out the card, and you can find out whether the paratrooper that you were representing on the flight made it through the war and survived the jump. Ellen, how'd you do?
No good.
No good. Didn't make it.
Nope.
Survived.
Survived. All right.
I survived and died.
Oh, okay, you got two. So all right, you're Leonard. So which one? Yeah, we'll take this one.
And I survived.
You got survived. All right. Well, hope you all enjoyed yourselves.
Misprint on that.
What do you got?
Misprint.
Oh.
The Chinese weren't printing on cards back that way.
Okay. So we're gonna walk in, and we're gonna do a little debrief. If you want to wait about 5 minutes afterwards, you can, or you're free to go after this. All right. So we're gonna head back in this way.